unhook the alternator. Here's the plug for the alternator. It goes in here. This goes on top of the alternator. This wiring harness right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it plugs onto the coil pack. This harness right here, I believe, this one feeds. This is a body harness, I think. This one down here feeds the engine, so I should be able to unplug this, and that should take the engine harness off the Soundwave. That's what, in a reasonable mind, that's what goes to the engine harness. This harness here plugs into this connector and the bulkhead over here. So technically I should have just unhooked the entire engine harness. Should have. This, you can unplug these wires and set them off to the side. The AC compressor's here. The power steering pump should be right there, right over here. This goes to the EGR valve on the side of the block. I don't need to take that off. Upper and lower radiator hoses need to come out. Both has to come off. Coolant needs drained, obviously. Let me start doing that. Radiator hose off. Air intake off. These two bolts here, and there's one right here. Those look like 1/2 inch. That one's a 10. Sweet. Magnet tray. when you gotta go, don't squeeze the Charmin.
Hey, yo, gotta go wee wee. Alright, Soundwave.
I got a pile of parts over here. I gotta take the belt off, disconnect the. Here, I'll show YouTube. This is Art's wife, the guy I lost about 2 months ago. Say hi to YouTube. She's a lovely lady. With anger issues. Power steering pump has to come off. AC compressor over here has to come off. That way the lines are connected to the power steering pump, or to the steering box. They can stay. And the AC lines can stay with the Jeep, so I don't lose my Freon. Outside of that, the harness, that big harness that's unplugged right there in front of you, that's the engine bay. The whole engine harness in a nutshell. So, once I get these two disconnected, the hoses are off, obviously. We'll be leaking for the rest of the duration. I can run it up. I gotta take the lower radiator hose off the Jeep. I gotta take the upper radiator hose off the Jeep. Pull the pull the radiator out. Pull the bottles off on the front here. And take the bell housing bolts out and walk away. If it was easy, if it was that easy, everybody would do it. Just saying. In a perfect world, it sounds easy as hell, doesn't it? But this is Soundwave's world. It's gonna be a bitch. I can go in my pile of parts. Right. Ew, earlier was going bad. Tensioner was going bad. And here's the radiator. Look how packed. Jesus. I'm sending this to you. There we go. Fan is unhooked. This one. There's so much mud everywhere. line connected somewhere? Am I missing something? I said, there you go.
Yay! Oh, good Lord.
Oh, yeah. There's a bolt up there. There's a bolt down there. And one over here. And one back there. There. Yeah. Those are growing.
Yeah, we gotta buy puppy pads just for Zoom.
Huh.
And not because of this.
Cool. So I can fix that.
Yeah. I was getting to that point. I figured you might find that fascinating. Michelle, of all people, found the switch. Because she was asking me, is it the front switch, the touch switch? I says, no, it's the back rocker switch. All of a sudden, she pulls it up. She goes, you mean this one here for $10? Yeah, that's the one.
How many years ago has it been since?
And I told her, I said, it's been years. You know, and I explained to the dude, it's been years. You know. I said, my buddy first got his job being second report repairman, and that was 8 years ago, and within the first couple of years, I asked.
Yeah.
I understand the markets have changed.
I think it's muddy.
I think you're right. I think that needs to be sprayed off.
Where do you think it going? Why do you think the pressure washer's still sitting outside? Game plan for today. Get these bolts out for the alternate, or for the AC compressor. Unbolt the power steering pump. Get all that stuff off there. Take the lower radiator hose off. Run it up in the air. Cut the exhaust bolts off. These ones here. Because it's just not bolted. These two bolts here are just nut and bolted, so just chop them off. And let the exhaust hang down, and start pulling the harness for the transmission. And get ready to pull the motor. So hopefully, this doesn't take too long. Show you what the one is on the back side. It's right there. You can't get to it. I have the wheel wells out of Soundwave, so you can't get to it without taking the wheel wells out or reaching around the AC compressor, where there's not a lot of room. I don't want the exhaust manifolds to hit it when it comes forward. I'll worry about it when I get there. Not there yet. Working on it. No. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3 bolts to hold this in place. And they look like there are 13s also. That's your power steering pump right there. Just tie this up off to the side over here. That way it's not in the way. This is an extra ground wire I put on. I had power problems because I put an amp in here, so I needed extra ground. Stay with the engine actually. And we get a bunch of cord. Took it and tied it up out of the way. That way I have plenty of room, plenty of clearance. Now, this can come off. Breather, because I have a cold air intake. Needs cleaned out, but yeah, that's how my engine breathes. These are the heater core hoses. You don't want them going with the engine. That's going to take part of the firewall with it. So, pop this off. We'll get that later. But you want to make sure, see how they're intertwined. When I did the tune-up on it, I wasn't planning on changing the engine anytime soon. Get these up out of the way. Those are up out of the way. Nothing else is over here on this side. Except for O2 sensor coming off the manifold, or coming off the exhaust pipe. Everything else is pretty much up out of the way, which is good. The harness can stay there like that. That's fine. We're wide open on this side. Now, motor mounts down here. Motor mounts down here. We got to pull. Run it up on a lift, pull the bell housing bolts, and take that bolt out. But we got to make sure we're clear on this side. But as you see, once you get everything unhooked, there's nothing back there. It's wide open. This exhaust piece stays with it because it's bolted to the backside. It's the EGR valve for the backside of the engine. On this side, you have the AC compressor here. These lines will have to be moved out of the way a little bit. These ones up here. And pretty sure that unplugged the whole harness, unhooking that. So now all I gotta do is get it up in the air and start pulling bolts. And I gotta cut the exhaust manifold bolts. this one off. That's the exhaust manifold bolts. These O2 sensors can stay with the Jeep. I don't have to unplug them. Nothing. Because this is an O2 sensor right here. It comes right to this. These exhaust is off, man. This is your crank sensor for the Jeep. There's a harness right back here. It plugs into it. That's your crank sensor for your flywheel. This one right here. Where does this go? Looks like it goes up. We have to take this plate off here. See where all this goes. It looks like it might be just a ground. I gotta take this bulb off. Let me get a tool. Because they can. So this here is a ground that comes right here and bolts to this. This all needs to come off. And there's a ground here, also has to come off. Portion of it. First thing we have to do is take off the inspection cover.
I didn't see my girlfriend. I didn't see my girlfriend. What's up, my brother? What do you do?
Huh?
What do you do? What do you do?
Down there.
I figured.
Running around like a crazy lunatic.
Wouldn't be like you to leave her here. Hi, Soundwave.
forgot. Get the fuel line off. Almost. You need a special tool to unclasp it right here, which I just did. Forgot I wasn't recording. Sorry. And then you have a 13 response to the upper intake on the back side. Also the hold down for this piece here. Your fuel lines come in your evap can, which is right over here. All feeding over here. So, take that off. This is the tool. Get the line off. Fuel line going from the line to the throttle leg, or to the intake. Put it in my pile of parts. How long was that? Okay.
Somebody posting. Oh! See the sign for me. See the sign for me. What? Oh, my name. Under.
But I'm on there too. There's offer group. I'm on Friday also. Oh, right there. I do. Stay away. Go play. I don't need that thing falling on you. Go lay down. Go play in the yard. I'm literally backed up to the carpet. I couldn't move any further. I'm just saying, that's literally the only reason I need your help was to pull it down. And could have done it with the Patriots on all that holds it on there is fucking dowels, little middle fucking dowels on each side. That's it. So, throw 2 bolts in the top. That'll hold it. Fall off now, cocksucker. here. Pissing me off. I can't fucking do this on my own. You have to stand on this side of me.
Middle,
Make sure I'm lined up on all the holes.
you're lined up.
Stick 2 of them in there. That's the Loctite on the other ones. Then can you grab one off the bumper? Right there.
There's 8 of them in there?
Yeah. That's not light. That's heavy.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. What part is that?
The flat.
Oh,
Arch is right there.
hmm.
Arch is in the back of PK. That's my old plywood. You always want to Loctite them. Don't Loctite them. That can part when you use
Just take some wood to remove it again. So they don't back off and lose them in the clutch and shit.
Put them in there. Please and thank you. Smile, you're on a candid camera. You're an asshole. I know I'm an asshole.
How many people called you an asshole to only the exes? What do you think?
My kids call me an asshole. These two, right?
That one and that one.
So you torque those two?
Tight?
Tighter than tight?
No, it's like 80 foot-pound.
Put it there. Where'd it go?
Well, my grandfather believed in Loctite. He Loctite everything.
On stuff like this, I do.
Like I'm looking at it, it's like, why did you even? This shouldn't be Loctite.
On stuff like this, I believe in Loctite.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like wheel bearings, I don't believe in it. I mean, because of what I do off-roading, so I'm changing my wheel bearings probably once a year.
Yeah.
Because where I off-road at, it's all sand.
I got a little story. Just listen to this.
Don't I do that anyways? Okay then.
Well, try it, and it slipped right off. So I was like, I talked to one of my managers at the shop this morning. He said it's like a good chance to swap out the belts because you get a Black River one, it's like they're more flexible. If you get the gray ones, it's like they're not as flexible, but they're more sturdy. So I got gray ones. Sorry about that. Still having issues? So you just take it back to them and say, hey, I'm having issues. I explain the whole story to them.
Fair.
Does that spin the clutch plate and all spins?
Yeah.
I didn't know it spin. All there's bearing is just a
Well,
bearing in there.
Before you go crazy with it, we need Loctite those. Yes, the throwout bearing is right inside here.
Okay.
Or pilot bearing, actually. Throwout bearing rides on here. Which I'm going to take my grease gun and shoot some grease down in there. Give it some extra lube. Lube it up. Bow chicka wow wow. She don't want to talk on camera. It's funny. Here, you want some extension?
Muffle it out anyway, so there's other than the key points, you're not gonna.
I might keep that. Because she officially did more stuff in my shop than Vanilla.
Yeah. I can vouch for that. All Vanilla really did was what? Paint. Yeah. Really
She
use
did
that. Shoot that up too.
Alright, now you cool.
Now being a donor, you barely did anything to the donor. That was all me.
I know. Is it the big hole or the little hole? Pretend we was big one or
I
little
guess
one.
Roro got into her dad's games.
I can all get these to pick up the box.
Yes,
It's
dear.
the
I already picked up that box. I don't know.
It's the
No.
They're not ready to go anywhere.
I have any Lisa. That tool goes in just like that. You always want to make sure it's got slop in it so it can slide out easy. Because your transmission shaft has to go in here. So before you tighten them all down, you have to make sure this has enough wiggle room.
It's just like you don't make everything.
Aren't you done with school yet?
Yeah. Today's your last day. Tomorrow's Saturday.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Or Friday.
I got one more day of work before the weekend comes. And my brother's
Bristol's out. Bristol got out Thursday. Wednesday. All right, yeah. We'll drink some water.
Terrible.
All right.
Yeah, she good. She's waiting in there.
Funky shit. I am. It's called Loctite.
Oh. I'm like, that actually looks like blood.
I know. It's Loctite.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if you hurt yourself again, I can hurt you.
Really?
Not let you be. We're not gonna let you, do anything anymore. He's not allowed to be on ladders anymore by himself. After it broke. Yeah, he never went to go get it checked, but you could tell it was broke. Mine's probably broken in.
I already bagged that stuff and moved it. I'm not doing it.
That's all she needed.
I'm trying to get your attention. That's the reason why I tapped you on the shoulder.
Well, she was trying to stick her foot up your ass a second ago.
That's how you want it, real loose. Nice and loose.
Nice and vanilla.
Pretty much.